And now I wish to call upon Yasmina Barakievich, Hayward Community Services Coordinator, to give background and findings of the Chaldean Consultation report. Thank you.
Your Grace, guys and Gary, thanks for being here. Port Hayward Start CEO and all of our valued guests, leaders of Chaldean community, Sam and Hikmet and Michael. Thank you very much, and I'm really happy that we are here, that we can launch the report today. STARTS was approached by Chaldean community in 2010-11 to organize a consultation. And the idea was to build a relationship between STARTS and the community, to raise awareness of STARTS and our services, to identify barriers to the community accessing STARTS, and identify future directions of what we are going to do with Chaldean community. So the consultation planning commenced with the forming a working party, and the Bishop has already outlined the names of the organizations and some of the people who were involved in the working party from the very beginning. Before the consultation actually took part, the working party answered the questions to themselves. And the question was, if you woke up tomorrow morning, what 3 things would you like to change in your local community? What would you like to work on? And the working party identified the most important issues for Chaldean community as being settlement, family, health, and different community issues. In terms of settlement, issues that were raised were isolation, employment and education, access to affordable housing, learning English, and all the new concepts faced that people meet when they come to Australia. In terms of role of family, people wanted a better understanding of the role of parents in Australian culture and cultural differences between Australian and Iraqi perceptions of family relationships. Because things change. As we change culture, how we relate to our children, how husbands and wives relate to each other changes. So people wanted to know more about that. Various health issues were raised at this initial stage, and one was a concern for elderly Chaldeans. And the idea of Chaldean aged care was raised, and need for a nursing home for elderly Chaldeans was raised at that stage. Participants in the working party also spoke about building a cohesive community and the importance of having an umbrella body to put together Chaldean organizations to work together for the benefit of the whole community. So that was considered very important. And the initial discussion also confirmed the need to provide information in Chaldean language. This initial discussion was then followed by the full consultation, which was held on the 16th of September 2011 at the St. Thomas Chaldean Catholic Church Hall, and it was attended by approximately 120 people. So it was a very large consultation, and we were very happy to welcome so many people. Some of the points about START services that came out of the consultation were really important to us, because they acknowledged that we were doing a good work until then. So people have said things like, STARTS is very supportive, and we need more services from STARTS. Interaction with STARTS helped me to overcome fear and separation with family, someone else said. Other people have said, people have benefited from counselling, sharing experiences and opening up to the counsellor. STARTS was able to connect me with my community and wider community. Counselling is a place where we can talk in private. Counselling means going to family members, friends, neighbours, a priest, talk to a doctor or whoever shows us kindness. And another person said, I'm feeling better after experiencing counselling sessions. So that was very valuable feedback to us, but there are also things that we've learned, things about improving our services to Chaldean community. So one of the topics that was raised was that we needed to work on increasing access and information about STARTS to the community. And some of the things we've already done, yes, consultation was held a while ago, and the report is being launched today, but we have never stopped working with Chaldean community, and we've never stopped providing support. So between when STARTS commenced in 2014, we had 1,400 Chaldean clients. And in terms of increasing information and access to STARTS, we ran information sessions at AMES in Fairfield, and we also provide outreach 1 day a week. And a lot of Chaldeans access AMES in Fairfield, so SBAR was there 1 day a week. We worked with other HSS providers, humanitarian settlement scheme providers, such as SSI, who are here, thanks for coming today. We work with schools, and we acknowledge we need to provide more information on START's website and at Chaldean gatherings. Also, the issue that was raised is that STARTS needed to provide more group interventions with Chaldean community. So I'd like to let you know that we have run a number of families in cultural transition PIC groups for Chaldeans. We've also run older people in cultural transition OPIC groups. Amal, late Amal Gurmis, has run a Chaldean women's group, and we've recently started another Chaldean women's group run by 2 counsellors, Pearl Fernandez and Yvette. They meet every Friday. So we have done a number of groups and also ran outings for people. Issues also raised about more information and access for young people, and from the time of consultation and now, we have many Chaldean young people access our youth program, arts activities, dance, sporting, mostly through Fairfield High School, but also other high schools in the area. So apart from concerns of the starts, some of the more general concerns that were raised the importance of providing culturally appropriate services to Chaldean community, and not just by staff, but by Centrelink, by New South Wales Health, by police, by everyone else, all the service providers needing to learn about who Chaldeans are and make sure that services they provide are culturally appropriate. Other things that were raised was need for computer classes, driving lessons, more English classes, and recreational activities. People spoke about the importance of supporting Chaldean families and dealing with issues of family conflict, about supporting people who are suffering financial stress, and then there are different health issues that were identified, and you'll be able to read about those in the report. Things like dental health, dementia, long waiting times in emergency, disability services, and knowledge about the Australian health system. Of course, housing was raised, and it was access to social housing and long waiting lists, which is something that many Australians face. We had immigration-related issues, particularly long waiting times for Chaldeans waiting to bring their family here. So I think that was another important issue that was raised. Difficulties with learning English for some people, and referrals for specific services, and some training for community leaders, and again, all the people, and importance of providing services and support to all the people was raised. So following the consultation, we had a working group that worked together on putting this report together, and we also had input from Amr Hanna Fatuhi, Chaldean historian living in the US. And thank you for those group members who brought his input. The report has a whole section, which is a section from his book, and it's in the report. And the book is available. I believe Michael and Sam would know how to access the book if anyone would like to buy the whole book. Now, like I said, it took us some time to get the report together, and we needed to all be happy with it. I think it's an indication of this healthy relationship between staff and the community leaders, and our ability to talk to each other and say, okay, we need to change this needs to be fixed, this needs to be changed, to make a report that we were both happy with. Of course, nothing is perfect, but it's time to launch the report, it's time to share the work that we've done, and it's time for us to acknowledge that, like I said, we have never, even though the report has taken a while, we have never actually stopped engaging and supporting Chaldean community. And we hope that our relationship will grow from now until in the future. Thank you very much.
I'd like now to welcome Mr. Sam Gammo, who is the president of the Australian Chaldean Consultation Association, to deliver a welcoming speech in English.
Thank you. Your Grace, I need to know Archbishop of St. Thomas Chaldean Catholic Church, Senator the Honourable Conchita Faravanti Wells, Parliamentary Secretary to the Attorney General and Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister for Social Services, officially representing the Honourable Scott Morrison, Minister for Social Services, Dr. Hugh McDermott, State Member for Prospect, Honourable Guy Zengari, State Member for Fairfield, Mr. Jorge Hare, CEO of STARTS, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, I want to start off by saying what a privilege it is standing before you all today. We wish to express our sincere gratitude and appreciation to our beloved Bishop Nona for his support and generosity towards launching Chaldean Report. My name is Sam Gammo, the President of the Australian Chaldean Consultation Association. On behalf of myself and of my colleagues as well, Mr. Wadah Dallu, Mr. Michael Sipi, and Mr. Nazar Shamam. I would like to thank you all for coming today. It gives me a great pleasure and honor to representatives of civil society, the media, charities, Chaldean communities, and everyone else that's here today sharing in this very momentous day. This is very important and meaningful time for the Chaldean community, and we would not be here without one remarkable organization, which is STARTS. Thank you for all your tireless efforts in the preparation of this advisory report, the induction of Chaldeans in Australia, and the psychological and advisory services and support you provide to the Chaldean migrants. There are a number of other people and organizations I would like to thank for their contributions to this process and to the report. The committee tasked to prepare the report on behalf of Chaldeans, Amar Fatouhi, Wadah Dallu, Michael Sipi, and myself, Nazar Shamam, and the late Amal Harmis Abru, and Bassam, late Bassam Mati, and also others who contributed to the Chaldean report. The civil society organizations who provided support for the completion of this report. The Australian Chaldean Tulip Association, Chaldean Australian Society, Australian Chaldean Academic Association, Australian Chaldean Forum, Chaldean Resource Center, and others. And lastly, a very heartfelt final thank you to the people who have contributed to organizing today's celebration. In closing, I would like to express my gratitude to the government and the people of Australia who have provided Chaldeans with a safe place to call home. Chaldean people will continue to fulfill their commitments to this wonderful country and all that Australia stands for. Thank you.